Good evening, good afternoon. Yes, I know I'm half an hour late. That's because I've been building a castle. I will be uploading that in a moment, but whilst the game is loading, I am going to get myself a drink. A nice cup of tea, I think. Won't go amiss. And I will also as well put my camera on. There we can see it. Dog cam. Right. Was it that one? Is it decimal? Is it that one? That puts my camera on. Anyway, I'm going to get myself a drink while this is loading up. Okay, and settings, keybinds, hotkeys. Not decimal, it's supposed to be the camera. Okay, I'll add it. Video capture device. There we go. And settings, hotkeys, video capture device, on, off. There we go. Save changes. Right. There we are. Okay, and that's that. There's my truck for today. It's me S7. There's me R7, R620. Sorry. Right, I'm now going to get myself a cup of tea. Back in a minute before we start. We're trucking around. I think we'll be starting somewhere in Denmark, I reckon. Back. Someone's just gone flip. Oh, yeah, I'm wrecking me set. Okay. Right. I don't even know where I am actually. I think I'm in Scotland. Map. Yep, I'm in Scotland. I'm in Perth in Scotland. Right, okay, so I need to get a load back towards Denmark somewhere. There's Techie the cat. There's Isa, sunk into the bunk, concentrating on her geology studies. Okay. And that over here is tuned into, I believe, Manchester Airport de-icing operations. Interesting. So over there somewhere is what my little dog is doing. I'll turn that camera off a bit. Right. So, job market, cargo market, from Perth, Oban, Scotland, Stavanger in Norway, Portmatic, Felixstowe, France, or could go to top end of Eastland, or go down to Greece, Helibron. I think mostly shortish shows, Drammen in Norway. I guess, Aalborg. Take me back, take me home to Aalborg. Got a high cube, polar survey, reefer container. Right. Just ideal, really, given the fact that my trailer now has a APU installed. Now, American Truck Simulator, apparently they've just released the Western Star 5700 XE. Fuck, that was close. Which is a model they had before the 57X. Hang on, just been past it. Right, let's get this container on the back. It actually does take us to Aalborg, I think, which is where I am based. On this profile, there's my place of learning. How on earth you got to put it on there? I do not know. Hand of God, I presume. Clunk. Okay. Right. Open the back window. And here she is. This is my container. This is my wagon. So let's generators up and running, keeping this thing cold. Don't know what it's meant to be, but you know what cargo is, but we'll soon find out. Next stop will be probably Bergen, I reckon. We might be taking us towards Newcastle. Which way is it taking us? Oh, it's taking us down, then across. Because I could go to yeah, 31 hours. It's going down towards Grimsby. On this run, 60 hours. So probably not enough time to do the short route, so it's going to have to go down to Newcastle and catch the boat across. Now, my model railway is coming on. I've got a castle I've got to build. I've got the gatehouse built. Got one of the corner walls built. Got to build the other wall. Then I've got to build the curtain walls. The watchtower's got to be built. There's two of those. And then I've got to build the house. Some of the now the gatehouse should have windows in, but I've left the windows out. Not by mistake; it's a deliberate decision to leave the windows out. And the only part of the main house is actually gonna have windows. After all, it's a castle. Unless it's lived in now, it's opposed to it's like a National Trust place. A lot of them ain't got bloody windows. Which is why I've left the windows out in this one. So if you look up Newhall Road, you'll see how it is at the moment. I've got to get some road on a roll now to go from where the town is, past the suburbs, down to the castle. Now, hopefully tomorrow, if DPD or Yodel or whoever it is come early enough, should be able to get up to post office to get a parcel. I think one of my coaches has arrived. One of my Mark II coaches. And then I've got to get some Rail Match Blue, BR Blue, so I want to repaint a coach. I'll get some new bogies as well for them. Mark 1s, those they're all the same. Now, I've got on pre-order as well some DVD and some Mark III coaches for Chiltern Railways. I thought about having taken to a place when they arrive, get them resprayed up. So I was watching a Hale and Pace sketch, Yorkshire Airlines. We're departing from Leeds International Airport and we'll be landing 20 minutes later in Leeds International Airport. Because if it ain't in Yorkshire, it ain't worth bloody visiting. I was thinking, should I go for now, have them resprayed up and delivered off Yorkshire Railways? Of course, Yorkshire Railways doesn't actually exist. Also as well, got to rebook a tour for the Mersey Tunnels because Central Avenue is now fully open. lost me here. Just make sure my video has actually uploaded. YouTube. Firefox decides, no, I'm not going to upload. You are not connected to the internet. Oh yes, I'm connected to the internet. There we go. It ain't yet uploaded. Yeah, okay. I will have to check up on that in a bit, because it's probably because I'm still live on here that it's decided not to upload. Right. It's amazing about how much rocket cargo you get through while building. Aye, what's happened here? Oh, bugger. Wow, looks like that ain't gonna move, so I've got... Once I've built the castle, my next building to get will probably be the Metcalfe or Pico Church to go down the bottom end for opposite the opposite corners of the castle. That'll be an interesting focal point, I think the castle will be. Once that is done, I've got cut a path in the grass sheet coming down from the road. Might actually put the maybe put a small section of road out in front that goes across the front of the castle. It's where the portcullis and the gatehouse is. It faces the house over the railway, so you look down over the railway. So I kind of wanted the castle to dominate that part of the scene. It's in place now, so I can't move it. I've decided on it, so that's... I've got to work around that now. There we go, bit of music. My Class 108 DMU that was slipping cogs on last week, I think we might have found the problem. One of the cogs has come loose on the drive axle, so it's moving left or right, so it's kind of come out of alignment. Probably because I've over lubricated it. Other things I want to put down on the layout, things like that on the I've just trust communications mast. You see them everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Some are longer than others. Yeah, some are fairly tall lattice structures, some are about 40 foot tall. My mother's got has some old knitting needles knocking about somewhere. You're about the right kind of diameter. Some of them are about the right diameter, so chop them down, drill them, spray them, mount all the bits to them. It's like me survey ship Nord Icelandia. It's got a device I can overhang the back. It runs, cable runs through a pulley, and the pulley's it's a bobbin out of a sewing machine. Well, I was building this thing. That's easy. So it whips out the sewing machine, sprays it grey, puts it on the tube, glues it, mounts it to the boat. A couple of days later, Mark, have you seen me bobbing out of my sewing machine? No, I hadn't, because it wasn't in your sewing machine. It was on my boat. Still says Singer on the side of the pulley, you know. Never did tell him. Now, which ferry? Oh, Newcastle goes to Stavanger. I need goes to Bergen, sorry, or Amsterdam. I need to go to Hull. Well, I could actually. I mean, how long have we got left on this one? 55 hours. Yeah, I've got plenty of time. So scurry across, get the Okay, Newcastle on time. Why Geordieland. Right, Bergen 25 hours. And then Herschel's 17 hours. Right, quickly pause this. Double check with YouTube, see if it's uploaded. Should have uploaded by now. No, it's not uploaded yet. Wonder why it's not come on. Right, go to something about nip into Dean Park. Upload. Nope, nothing there. Right, okay. Okay. And then we'll probably change our truck for something else. After all, Aalborg is my depot. For me, castle got another one of the castle walls to do. Then I can start me curtain wall and do that way. Might actually order another set of watchtowers. There's a set of watchtowers at the corner. Don't know yet. But once this video is finished, I will endeavour to do an update video for you for Newhall Road. And once the lower section is done, and I've done the castle, I've done, got a couple of other buildings I've got to get for the industrial area. I think I can get about 4 or 5 more big buildings on. My focus will then turn to the upper scenic area. But here's a catch. The back of my layout is open. And I don't normally like corner tunnels. But what I was thinking of, because I've got, if I put a big back scene all the way across, 2.5 metre long back scene, it ceases to become a corner tunnel. But so if I then put a tunnel portal up behind the back scene and put another back scene back to back, what I'll do then, it'll mean I've got two completely different scenes. And I can then, you know, move a few things around. We'll see. Or I could just simply put some black fabric over the back of the where the tunnel area is, and use a bit behind the back scene as just storage. Build a storage rack up. It's actually going. Oh, let's go to Arias. Okay, Armour Foods. And then also as well, once I've done that, if I do decide to take the back seat and storage option, I've got to get myself some low relief block of flats. I can then butt up against the back seat. I'll have it at the top end. There may be some other low relief buildings, perhaps a school. Maybe have a museum, or even well, I did actually think about having a station terminal building with a glass canopy put onto the layout, but not in the station area, but have it somewhere else. But rather than it being a run-through canopy or a terminal canopy, put the solid wall at each end, and that is, say, like a museum or something like that, or even thought about getting like a couple of robot models. Hang on, robot models on an N-gauge model railway. What the hell am I thinking? Well, if I then mount behind the very futuristic robot trellis a green card on a nice curve, turns a futuristic robot into an item on a film set. Right, let's go back to Aalborg. So we'll quick travel. Garage manager, quick travel to the garage manager. Right, Aalborg, travel. Right, trailer manager, what's available to me? That's in Aarhus. Got this one I can use. No fucking fenders for it though. There we go. Put that in there like that. Didn't really. That was missing all my fenders and stuff. And then we've got this one here. Which I use for hauling with me double set. This one be containers. That's on the R700. These are, I think, are a beautiful trailer. Very functional in their design and what they do. There's no bollocks about it. Well, these were one of the original trailers that came with the game. Except it said Schmied there. I used to enjoy pulling those quite a lot, actually. Right, Aalborg. You're right there, Cal. Right, and pilot wheels as well. We're getting ownable gas containers, propane tanks. Nice. Right, okay, I will take actually, they should be white. Okay, all matches up now. Okay, let's see what jobs we got with this little beauty. Something short and sweet, Malmo. Head down to Amsterdam. Spain is out of the question. Egypt is out of the question with these things. Yeah, I'll take these down to... Right, so that's our trailer for now. Got the tail from the back. Got the bars raised. Oh, finally. Not so bad, not so bad. Just loading up for the second trip. Going to Finland. Got some more Mark II coaches for my model railway. And I've started my castle build. I'm also considering, as well, adding some LEDs to the model railway in front of the castle to light up the castle. Not sure yet. Because the castle's glued down, so fitting it may actually be a pain in the arse. But tonight, once I've done this stream, I'll upload an update video of a Newhall Road. Yeah, just a little. Got it in though, didn't I? Hey, it still went green. It still went green, my boy. So, where are we going now? We're going to Finland. That good or bad? But once I get to Friedrichshafen, I'm going to quickly park up because we've got 48 hours on this run. I've got 2 ferries to catch. First one is to Gothenburg, however you want to say it. And then the second one is to Naantali in Finland. also as well coming tomorrow as well. There should be a low relief building with a boiler house that will be going up next to where the station complex is going to be going, and then also as well. Oh God! Oh my God! Oh, now is that as bad as? Is she as bad as the in-laws? That's what you gotta consider. If you think the wife's bad, just wait till you meet your in-laws. Oh, yeah. Well, can't go that way. You back up, car. I bet you won't. Yeah, this is the one I want. I don't normally come this way. That sounds like a plan. Let's see if my video's uploaded off my phone. It probably hasn't. It's been taking a while to load recently at the moment. Oh, if you like travel videos, Steve Marsh, the traveling Scotsman, for €30, Krakow to Vilnius. That's not updated. I will. Add that watch later, and I'll add Ringway Manchester to. Yeah, I think I would want to be doing overtime too at that point. Right, whilst we're here, let's quickly park up. And I'm now going to go downstairs and go and make myself a cup of coffee. I'm not quite sure what Vosa would think of these purple strobe lights, but what the hell. Ah, yeah, lovely. Right, back in a minute. Brew time. Yeah, they probably would. I mean, I've got those as well. All the secondary lights are standard. Like those. They're all standard. All the primary lights are standard, but the tertiary ones are all purple. Whenever you look as well, there's also as well. I think it's still got purple interior lights. It must be fucking colourblind. Mind, this is both of we talking about. Yeah, it's definitely a slope here. I mean, that container trailer I had earlier on, all the lights on that, apart from the tail lights and indicators, are all purple. All of them. And blue lights in the window. I mean, if they static burn, I don't think Vosa really give a fuck because they're in the window. It's not like they're in like a beacon position or out like that. Oh, the video, by the way, was unlisted. That's why I couldn't find it. It's now public, so if you want to go and have a look at that, you'll see what I mean about the castle. It's not finished yet. Not by a long shot. I've got to let it all dry. I can do all my trimmings and put all my topping stones on. You get told off if you do that in Mersey Tunnel. I think the signs up saying no air holds. Oh. Right. We're now in Sweden. Our next stop is Naantali. Well, Kapellskär, then Naantali. And hopefully the game won't crash at Kapellskär. Now, I think Vosa don't really mind if it's a steady burn. I mean, if it's an actual flashing blue light, then yeah, I think they would have something to say. I think their basic attitude is, we don't get paid enough for this shit. half a tank of fuel. I'm wondering whether I ought to fill up here. I think I might do actually. Grab some dino juice. I think some police forces, I think the officers are paid by the ticket. I'm not being paid this much, Sergeant. Have you stopped anyone? No. Well, that's why. Map button on the way out. Right, let's go to, let's head to Kapelscar. I think Kai's got something stuck in the throat. Although she decides to disappear in action, she's lying underneath my quilt. No, she's walking to the end. This stream is set for not for kids. Why the hell did it censor that as an inappropriate comment? When it's actually true. YouTube! Your chatbot needs sacking. Thing has disappeared. Yeah, it's still turned on. Right, turn it off now. Even to their own parents as well. Yeah. Tommy, you going to school? Fuck off, mummy. Okay then. That's parenting today. And then we wonder why society is where it is. You try to install morals in your kids and you get hauled up for it by the fucking social services for abusing your kid. Yeah, it's just installing discipline. Fuck me if I ever did anything wrong. Oh, that's child abuse nowadays. Yeah, that's banning the phone from your kids or banning the internet for 6 months. Well, that's abuse, that is. You know, if you do that, you'll be fined by the social services for abusing your kids. You know, when I was a boy, did something wrong, I was grabbed by my collar, put over my dad's lap, and I'd have a sore arse after that. I never did whatever it was I got spanked for, I never did it again. Modern ways of thinking. Oh, you can't, you try to install discipline in your kids nowadays. The way you were brought up. You can't, it's getting to the point where you can't even fucking shout at your kids. Because it might give them mental torture or PTSD. No, just give them fucking discipline. I never got the belt. But my dad got the belt. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Mollycoddly kids, wrap them in cotton wool. Really? Parenting is about installing discipline and preparing your kids for adult life. Teach them how to cook. Yeah. When I was a lad, you might remember the Channel 4 Sci-Fi weekend that they did. My mum and dad, we said, we got a caravan. But I didn't want to go to Wales. I was about 17 or 18 at the time. So they went to Wales with the caravan. I stayed at home. Put the computer on, put the TV on. I was started watching Star Trek THX 1138 and exactly. Yeah. I'm like 17, I'm like 16, 17 or was it 18? I don't know. I was that age. Right, okay, I want something to eat. Gets a chip pan out. Put some chips in the chip pan. Turns it on, starts cooking. Oh, put some burgers in. I also put some bacon, like a big fuck off gammon joint, in the oven. Turned that on. Yeah, I wasn't living on bloody cereal. I actually cooked myself a meal. And okay, my mother wasn't the best cook in the world, but she showed me, I got some guidance. Some kids nowadays don't even know how to make a fucking cup of coffee. I swear. But you know how to sit on Facebook. Some, it gets to the point where, you know, the schools are probably not that great either. You know, Tommy, where does lamb come from? Tesco, sir. It comes off. Yeah, it comes from a sheep that was in fucking Wales or New Zealand. That gets cut up, freeze dried, and yeah. You know, where do you get your chicken from? Bernard Matthews, sir. Although I think that's Turkey actually, Bernard Matthews. But yeah. You know, school trips. I mean, I could have gone to a few school trips if I really wanted to. Yeah, I did Style Mill. That was good. Yeah. Exactly. It never did you any harm, did it? Brings you up as being a good moral citizen. The sort of person we'd want in number 10. You know, fucking Sunak and Rob and the likes, you know, looking after them fucking selves. You know, bring voter ID for the elections that are coming up. Okay, my mother would not be able to vote if she was still alive. She would not be able to vote because she hasn't got a passport and she doesn't have a driver's license. Yeah, respect. It's what this country needs more of. I mean, the teachers are on strike as these last few days, and when Boris Johnson said we want a high-skill, high-wage economy, I know I'm all for that. But the thing is, though, high skill, high wages come with high skill. High skill comes with good education. You can't get good education if you're having cutbacks all the time. Yeah, and this 300 and something million a week off Brexit, for the NHS. Well, if that was true, where is it? And if we have got it, why can't we give it the nurses, the doctors, the surgeons, the medical staff? Makes me wonder where it all fucking went. know, where did that X billion a week go? You know, that X billion that we were supposed to be getting back from Brexit. I would like to know. It's probably gone somewhere where it shouldn't have. If it ever existed in the first place. You know exactly where it went. Where did it go? Rishi Sunak's fucking arse pocket and Boris's fucking lockdown parties, I bet. Yeah, a bigger bonus. How big is a fucking bonus? Yeah, it's alright for the fucking head to give himself a £3 million fucking bonus. But if not for the fucking people underneath him who are propping him up, he wouldn't be there. Yeah, so that bonus, give it to the fucking nursing staff. They're the ones who do all the fucking work. Oh, but we can't afford to give him a pay rise. We can afford to give the boss a fucking £1 billion fucking bonus. Ah, but all these pay rises have put up inflation. No, it fucking won't. Not when they're paid less and less every fucking year because the cost of living is going up higher than their fucking wages. Take them out of agency staff, have them paid full time by the NHS, do away with third party fucking contracts. Oh, I would love a third fucking second and third fucking house. I would love one. I would love a flashy car. Tesla. Yeah. But perhaps some of these fucking... I'd like to see the head director of the NHS. I would like to see him live on a fucking nurse's pay for a year. I would like to see him do that. You know it just won't fucking happen. And then we wonder why we've got so many foreigners doing our menial tasks. Because they all work for dirt fucking wages. Yeah, they will tell you to do one. But maybe they should. perhaps they should do that, because then they'd realise how difficult it is for the most important people to live, and then put the wages up to retain the staff. You can have all the finest hospitals in the world, but they're useless with no nurses. They're useless with no doctors. Yeah. And if the UK decide, if all the nurses decide to quit tomorrow, just walk out of their work, every nurse in every hospital, and go back home to the Philippines, Africa, Nigeria, Germany, Spain, wherever they came from. Then you break your leg and try to get medical care. Or if the head director of the NHS finds out, falls ill, but can't get medical care, he'll regret it then. Not paying his bloody staff what they are deserved. Rishi Sunak. Away from politics, he's probably a nice person, but he's useless in the job. He goes on about Keir Starmer being backed by his union paymasters. Rishi Sunak, on the other hand, is backed by the bloody oil lobbies. So until they start moving into EVs, we won't be moving forwards. He is useless. Because he will not give the fucking medical staff, the public servants, the pay that they need, because it'll affect his fucking bankrollers, like you say, his fucking bankrollers' profits. And whatever happened to respect in politics? And I don't mean George Galloway's Respect Party either. Whatever happened to that, I do not know, and I do not care. Yeah, you are. And then one MP goes, oh, yeah, 10 years ago we didn't have food banks. No, we didn't have food banks 10 years ago. We didn't need them 10 years ago. And we shouldn't need them now. Privatising the gas, privatising the electric and the utilities has caused the bloody utility companies to chase profits. Oh, then they blame it all on the war in Ukraine. No. Ukraine's got nothing to fucking do with it. If this is what the generation's like now, what's it going to be like when your kids grow up and they have kids? What's it going to be like with their generation? You know, my fear for this, you know, is what not the generation now, not the next generation, like the kids coming up, but your grandkids. What are they going to be? What kind of world are they going to be living in? Yeah. Notice how when we had the big Conservative government, Maggie Thatcher. Like her or hate her, I've got to admit she did stand the ground. We had the miners' strike. We had the winter of discontent. And now we're having the general strikes. We didn't have anything like that under Labour. We didn't have anything like that under the Liberal Democrats. We didn't really have anything like that under fucking David Cameron. You know, but post-COVID, everyone's fucking... Hole. I think Sunak is fucking weak. Because he's not standing up to the lobbyists and the bloody... I think I've gone the wrong way. Bollocks. You know, it would also appear that the government are looking at trickle-down economics. That don't work. That do not work. It worked, didn't it? I've got space to spin it round. I'll fucking spin it round. We got 160 kilometres to go, 100 miles. And I'll go and do another bit more of my castle. Yep. I reckon when your kids are probably your age, this country will probably, if the way things are going and people stop being so politically apathetic, it'll be a dictatorship. Where we won't be allowed to, unless you earn 70, 80,000 pounds per year, you will not be eligible to vote. I don't want to live in a country like that. You know, I want to live in a proper, true democracy. You know, where your vote actually counts as actually meant. But no, that's not the way this country's going. Too many people have become politically apathetic, and it's showing. And now that they've realised what is going on, they're starting to strike, which is causing the government to push back. Yeah, there will be. There will be blood on the streets in this country. Within 30 years, there will be a big uprising. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope that I am wrong. And that this country comes to its fucking senses and slams their fucking brakes on. And on the other side to it as well, you may disagree with me on this, that's fair enough, but we should be back in the European Union. The EU was the right place for this country. You know, but we've cut ourselves off with you know, from our trading. But I reckon we will have an uprising sooner or later. It's starting. It'll probably be a day, probably happen on a day when the fire service are on strike. I mean, just look at all the supply chains that we've got that were interconnected, interwoven to the nth degree. You know, when supply chains from Europe start getting affected, multinational companies will go to a place where their supply chains won't be affected. I wonder where that will be. Continental Europe. You know, you could be a bloody orange grower in Spain, southern Spain. You've got 3 customers, say, who buy your stuff. One's in Harrogate, one's in Berlin, one's in Bratislava. You know which 2 you're going to concentrate on, don't you? Berlin and Bratislava. Because the shippers who are trying to get the stuff to Harrogate won't want to do it because everything's been held up in customs. It's crazy. Well, the way things are going on, we'll be able to grow our own fucking oranges as the world warms up. As I remember when I was a kid, we used to have like snow about 2 in winter. You know, it's like we have some proper snowstorms in winter. We don't get them now. I remember taking me Jack Russell Bonnie for a walk. You can tell where she was by the holes in the fucking snow. But apparently, you know, that's not a problem. You know, we're the greatest nation on earth. Well, we were in the 1950s. The 1940s. The 1930s. Probably the 1800s. But when you got the likes of Jacob Rees-Mogg, yeah, I was born in the 50s, the 1750s. Or at least I think I was born in 1754. When we kind of ruled the waves back then. Yeah, people have made a big mistake. Which is why I think Scotland will get independence. And they will go and they will rejoin the European Union. Anyway, that's it for now. We've done a 2-hour stream, so time to park up. I've got a castle to build. Got a bit more of my castle to do, so if you want to have a look at my castle, have a look at the Newhall Road video that's just gone live. And next week we will most likely be in American Truck Sim. And that will be that. So for now, I will end the stream because I've got a little bit more. Perfect timing then. Yep. You take care, Lifey, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. See you next week. Bye bye.